morning. Oh dear, what happened there? Okay, good. It's working. All right, great. Good morning, good afternoon. Oh, it may be still morning where you are. It may already be the evening where you are. But I'm Peggy McColl, and I'm delighted to be back with you. We are here today for our special live session that we love to do every week. And we have chosen a particular subject to talk about for the opening part of the call today. And then we're going to open up for any questions that you may have. So if you're on the line, I want to welcome you. Hello, Madi is here. Nice to see you. Roddy is here as well. Hello. Think thoughts that feel good. I like that. That is amazing. And hello there, Susan. It's good to see you as well. So we are on three platforms at the same time. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on what's this one, Instagram. The other day, Jen, who works with us, who's this lovely woman, she was telling me that someone had asked the question, like, when Peggy McColl is live on Instagram, why is she not looking at us? And she had responded that she's also live on YouTube and also live on Facebook. So what I do when I go for these live events is I'll put my computer in front of me, and this is the one I'm using for YouTube. And right behind me, stacked up on a chair, actually, with a couple of boxes, is the my husband's computer, which we have connected to Facebook, and then my phone is attached to a device that's holding the phone, that's on my desk. So that's the reason why we do it this way. And we really want to cover off as many as, reach as many people as we possibly can. That's really a big part of our mandate here at Dynamic Destinies, which is the name of my business, which I founded almost 30 years ago today. And so today, when we had our team meeting on Monday, we decided that the subject for today would be about the reprogramming your subconscious mind. All right, who is saying hello? Prumella, hello. Good to see you here. Thank you. And so reprogramming your subconscious mind is something that can profoundly change your life. And it can also destroy your life if you're not aware that you're actually doing it. And so what I'd really like to invite you to do is become a conscious competent. Everyone is competent to manifest anything that they desire. You're all competent. You all have the ability to do it. You may not be experiencing what you want in your life, but the truth is you can have anything that you want. You can do anything that you want. You can be anything that you want. You can experience anything that you want. And if for whatever reason you do not accept that as an idea, it's because your beliefs are already programmed in that way. And so don't judge it and don't criticize it. It's so important that you always stay in good energy. And when I say always stay in good energy, it's that you are taking in information all the time. You're taking in it right now by listening to me, which is a good decision, by the way. You're taking in information at all times, like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when you're sleeping. And this is why it's really important that you do not go to sleep with your television on, or do not go to sleep with the news on, because that is going straight into your subconscious mind, especially if you fall asleep while you're watching television. So to reprogram your conscious mind really comes down to setting a clear intention of what you would love, and then determine what do you need to believe in order to have that or experience that in your life. And then you get on with the work. And the work is really the reprogramming of your subconscious mind. And what I want you to understand and really lean in on right now is that reprogramming your subconscious mind does not have to take years. It does not. I was talking with my husband last night, and I was sharing with him some stories of transformation that have occurred. And they're quite remarkable stories, like incredible stories of people that were told they couldn't get pregnant, and then they got pregnant and had a baby. or people that had no money and went and did something pretty significant or bought something significant in their life, or people that were dealing with health challenges and made a decision that they're going to turn that diagnosis around and be completely healthy, or choose to be completely healthy. And those stories go on and on and on. There's many stories about them. There's, many people that have been written up in the historical ledgers that speak to, people overcoming adversity and people setting their intention to do something remarkable that other people really truly didn't believe that they could do, and they went on and they did it anyway. And so, why is that? Well, it really comes down to your subconscious mind. And what I really want you to understand about your subconscious mind is that you're not going to, if this is something that's new for you, or even if it's not, even if it's something that you're interested in exploring a little bit more about, that it really is a lifetime study. Now, I don't want to scare you with that thought, because lifetime study of the materials of transformation are fun. It's enjoyable. And it also, the reason why you would want to be in the lifetime study of, personal development and these materials is because you can continue to increase or improve the results in your life. And it can be done on a regular basis. A couple of things I want to mention, though, before we go on is two, or one. Let's start with one, then we'll go to two. We are doing an event. It's coming up. It's called The Rich Experience. And Roddy, who works with me, he's on my team, who is such a blessing in my life, and truly the greatest team member we've ever had at Dynamic Destinies. And he's posting the link. I noticed he's going to put it on Instagram. He'll put it on Facebook. It's already up on Facebook. He'll put it on YouTube as well. It's a totally free event. It's for 2 straight hours. And I really encourage you guys to sign up for that. And if you've been on any of my events before, here's what I want you to know and understand. I never do the same event twice. Never. And the reason for that is because I totally tune into the universe and I channel what needs to be said. And quite often, something that's shared in either the events or here on social media is an idea that someone really needed to hear that particular day, or many people needed to hear that particular day. So the Rich Experience we are doing later this month in July, totally free. It's a 2-hour event. You're welcome to join in. We're going to be talking about how you can create more richness in your life. And yes, that includes the monetary side of it, and which is a wonderful side of richness. It also includes the peace. It includes the joy. It includes the gratitude. So it is going to be an absolutely extraordinary event, and I would love to see you there. So get yourself registered right now by going to therichexperience.com. Totally free. All right. I also want to mention that another individual that we have on with us today is another team member that I'm blessed to serve with, and that's Annie Harvey. And Annie is one of our team members. She's our newest team member. I've known Annie for a number of years. I met her when she had gone to an event that Bob Proctor had put on, and I love her energy, love who she is. And she's joined us as well at Dynamic Destinies. And she is also in the spirit of being of service. So she is available if anyone wants to determine, like if you're looking for a particular program or a solution, you can reach out to Annie as well. And she'd be delighted to give you some guidance or to recommend one of our offerings that would be the best fit for you, depending upon what it is that you want to accomplish. Okay, let's go back to our subconscious mind. You see, your subconscious mind is really the part of you which is in every part of you. Subconscious mind is not something that we have a photo of, that we can see and point to and say, oh, that's what it looks like. And I've seen different variations of a potential image of a subconscious mind. I've seen an image of an iceberg where the majority of the iceberg is underwater, under the surface of the water, and there's just a piece of ice that's peeking out. And the illustration is really representing that the enormous part of this iceberg that's underwater is what you don't see, but it is a part of it. And so you can think of your subconscious mind that way, because I believe that's a good depiction of your subconscious mind and the strength and the power of it. There's also an image that was created back in 1934 by Dr. Thurman Fleet, which is a stickman concept, which Bob Proctor has used for many, many years, with a large circle on top with a line across the middle. And Bob did a brilliant job. Bob Proctor did a brilliant job of explaining the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and how they work together. But the challenge that I see with that particular demonstration or with that illustration is that it shows the mind as a large circle on top, and really the mind is an entire part of who you are. It's not your brain. You see, the mind is not your brain. And some people think it is, and they get confused by that. And so the mind is your consciousness, and it's the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is really the powerhouse. I mean, this is like your control center, if you will. And if you think of the ability that a computer has, as an example, and this computer that I have in front of me, or the computer that you have, or the phone that you have in front of you, has so much capability. And the reason why it has capability is because of the way that it was programmed. But could it be programmed for even greater capability? Of course. And we see that with something called upgrades. You'll get a notification that your phone requires an upgrade, or that your computer has an upgrade to the operating system. Now, why is that? The reason is because it performs better, right? So what does it do? It sort of layers on top of or replaces what was already there, so that you can get better performance, so that you can get more capabilities or more apps or more things, that'll help or enhance your experience by using the computer. You can think of your subconscious mind that way. It's already programmed. Your subconscious mind was programmed from the moment you were in the womb of your mother, and just continued to get programmed and programmed and programmed. And it's a little different, obviously, or a lot different than what a computer would be or a phone would be, in that you're in total control. You are in absolute, total, complete control of what you're allowing into your subconscious mind. But the gateway to the subconscious mind is through our senses. And right now you're seeing me and you're hearing me, and those are two of your senses, right? And as you're hearing this information, your conscious mind has the ability to either accept what I'm saying or reject what I'm saying. But I want you to understand this, and this is really where your subconscious mind also comes into play. As you're hearing something, let's say your neighbor walked over and started to tell you that, the earth is flat, and they really believe the earth is flat, and you believe the earth is round, and you really believe the earth is round. And your neighbor is going to give you all the reasons why they believe the earth is flat. And you're going to just shout back with, or not shout back, but, respond back with why you believe the earth is round. But either way, you both have a belief. And what happens with people is when they get their beliefs in their subconscious mind, even though they hear other information, and this is what I mean by accept or reject, they're just rejecting that information. So if someone believes that the earth is flat, and even though somebody would give them some scientific proof or some other kind of proof, or, what about when the shuttles go into the air and they take, or into the space, and they take images of earth and we can see, you can see that it's round, what about that? And so in their conscious mind, they're saying, well, I reject that. I do not accept that as a belief for them. And so therefore, that's your conscious mind, a reasoning. It has the reasoning factor. You can determine whether you believe it or you don't believe it. And so sometimes when someone has a subconscious mind that's already programmed, where they do not believe that they can have, do, or be, or experience anything that they want, even though they hear it, they're constantly rejecting it. They're just rejecting the idea. They're hearing it, maybe even entertaining the idea, but the subconscious mind is not letting it in. And the truth is, there are only two known ways to really change your beliefs that are inside your subconscious mind. And one way is through space-time repetition of something so emotional that you are elevating particular emotions and then anchoring it into your physical body, into your being. And this occurs. So space-time repetition could be both in a positive way and it could also be in a negative way. So let me give you a couple examples of that. And then I'll go to the other way that you can reprogram your subconscious mind. So if someone is, let's say, abused verbally year after year after year after year after year after year after year, and they're told something, maybe they had a good, subconscious mind before, and they end up in a relationship as an example, and they're in this relationship and they enter the relationship and they're feeling confident, they're feeling good, they're feeling strong, but then they're told that they're stupid or that they're useless and they can't do anything right. And they're not told that once. Now, in the beginning, they don't accept it. They just don't accept that idea. It's like, no, that's not true. That's not true about me. I don't believe that. And maybe they even argue against it. But what happens is through repetition and hearing that over and over and over and over and over again, they come to believe it. Because as a human being, when we hear something over and over and over again, we will start to believe it, even if it's a lie. All right. Even if it's a lie, you'll start to believe it. So that's a destructive side of things. And it happens. And it happens, and it happens with a number of people. And I've seen people, like people that I've known or clients that have come to me after they've been in this really challenging state, and they would say to me, I consider myself an intelligent person. How did I find myself in this situation? And that happens. I mean, it just happened. Did I attract it to me? Like, in what way did I play a role in what showed up in my life? And they start questioning it and analyzing it, or analyzing it, as like I say. And it doesn't even matter how those programs got into your subconscious mind. I think it's valuable to understand or know how they got into your subconscious mind. But the truth is, just let it go. So let's talk about the positive side of reprogramming your subconscious mind. So at the same time, when you decide, so let's say that you haven't had good programming in your life or in the past. And I hadn't up until the point that I met Bob Proctor 43 and a half years ago. So that's when I decided to make a change. And through this space-time repetition and elevating emotions and really connecting to my passion and to my desires and making decisions and continuing to study and stay in the study, my life just continued to get better and better and better, which is wonderful. And so you can reprogram your subconscious mind with intentional messages and intentional exercises that will invite you to feel a greater sense of joy and a greater sense of gratitude, knowing that you are this incredible being, that you have the ability to manifest anything in your life, and that you see yourself as that individual. You see it and you feel it, and you feel it so wholeheartedly. Like you just feel like, it feels so good to be such a success. It feels so good to be a multi-millionaire. It feels so good to be in a happy, loving, committed relationship. It feels so good to have perfect health. And as I say that, as you can see, if you're watching or even hearing, you can hear the emotion attached to that. And it's really important that as you are reprogramming your subconscious mind, that you insert the emotion, that you really choose to feel the emotion. And there are a couple of emotions that will really, really impact your subconscious mind in a really profound way and can accelerate this process as well. And one of those emotions is the emotion of faith. And faith is a sense of knowing. It's just a confident feeling. It's like you have absolute faith that your desire is already in your life. Now, that is like a muscle, right? Your emotion of faith is like a muscle, and you can build it and you can grow it. But if I asked you right now to think about something you would love to have in your life, and if you're willing to do this with me right now. Think about something that you would love to have in your life. Whatever that is, could be money. It could be a relationship, could be perfect health. It could be a fit body. It could be a dream home. Whatever it is, think about it right now. Have you got it? Okay. All right. Now, what I'd like you to do is feel the emotion of gratitude. Feel the emotion of gratitude, feeling like, wow, it's here now. It's in your life this moment. It's been manifested. You have it. Now, how does that feel? Feels good, right? It feels wonderful. You see, by doing that, which I asked you to do, and it takes a matter of seconds, you are intensifying your emotion of faith. You're also intensifying your emotion of gratitude. And so faith is a powerful emotion to connect to and to build upon and to really work that muscle by seeing and believing and feeling that you already have that which you desire and knowing that is there right now in your life. And another wonderful emotion that will really definitely help you reprogram your subconscious mind is the feeling of gratitude, like really feeling grateful. Like, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that you guys are here. I'm really grateful to serve you. I know that what I'm sharing can change your life for the better, but you got to apply it. Okay. So, gratitude, when you feel genuine gratitude, but as an intense emotion, a good emotion. When I say intense emotion, I'm not talking about bad emotions, right? As an intense emotion, you're feeling the gratitude in your heart, like really feeling grateful. And there's always something. I have a sign right up there on my shelf that says there's always, always, always something to be thankful for. And it is so true. There is always something to be thankful for. And when you're in the spirit of gratitude, which means you're feeling it, like genuinely feeling grateful, and you bring that emotion forth with you all day long, really feeling grateful. I'm so grateful. And you feel it in your heart. What you're doing is through the space time repetition of connecting emotionally to that emotion, to that feeling state, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. So, what you're doing is you're reprogramming your subconscious mind with the thoughts that you're choosing to engage in and with the feelings that you're choosing to feel. Now, the same thing occurs when you're not choosing the thought, where you're just thinking automatically, robotically, habitually. You see, you're a habitual being. So am I. It's not a criticism, it just is the way it is. We are all habitual beings. And when you're a habitual being, what happens is you will tend to think habitually. You'll think the same thoughts. You wake up in the morning, you start thinking about your day, you start thinking about the things you have to do. You might be thinking about something that happened in the past. You're already, the wheels are turning. What also happens is you're habitually feeling. You're habitually feeling. So you wake up in the morning and you wake up with a feeling of dread. And that is a constant, regular emotion that you're feeling and you're probably not even aware of it. Many people are completely unaware of the emotions that they're habitually involved in. And many people are completely unaware of the thoughts that they are habitually involved in. But what I'm going to suggest that you do is to expand your awareness. Choose to be aware, to really give your attention. Notice what you're thinking about, notice what you're feeling. And when you're not thinking a thought or feeling an emotion that it really is a feel good emotion or a feel good thought, switch. Now, you can do that very easily just by asking yourself a question. What would I love? What would I love? And then you answer the question and you go straight to thinking thoughts of that and feeling that in your heart. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. And you know something? It is simple. Reprogramming your subconscious mind is simple. I've been reprogramming mine for the last 43 and a half years for the better, of course, but it may not be easy. And the reason why it's not easy is because of this habitual way of being. That's really what it is. And so there's effort involved in doing this. But the great news is this, and this is what I really want you to understand. that when you choose to be consciously involved in the changing and the reprogramming of your subconscious mind for the better, to create that alignment of what you would love to experience in your life, when you make that decision and you get involved in habitually beginning to discipline yourself to do certain things in a certain way, like you create a Power Life script as an example, and you listen to it every single day, and you're emotionally involved in hearing and feeling that your amazing life is already manifested here and it's here now. And when you're listening to that every day, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. And over time, because you implement this over and over again, you will reprogram your mind. And then you get to a point that those kinds of habits, those thoughts, those feelings become a natural way of being for you. All right. So you get to a point where it's like, you know that anything that you can think of, you can have. You get to that point. It takes some time and takes some energy. Now, the other side of reprogramming your mind is through something called an emotional impact. You see, your emotions are really, really powerful. And they're powerful in both creative ways and they're powerful in destructive ways as well. And what's fascinating is your emotions, like the destructive emotions, like fear, as an example, is right at the opposite end of faith. They're on the same scale. I wrote an entire book about this called Your Destiny Switch, which Hay House published back in 2007. And I talked about the nature and the power of your emotions, of our emotions. And I mapped all emotions onto a scale of human emotions so that people could understand why you are the way you are. And these are habitual emotions that you're involved in. Like there are a number of people that I know, and I was one of them many years ago, that are habitually in the emotion of lack. And when you're habitually in that emotion of lack, you may attract to you some greater good or something that you love, but you'll likely push it away unless and until you reprogram your subconscious mind. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. It's so much fun to be with you. I know there is a question that's come in. Thank you, Roddy, for grabbing that for us. And I'm going to go to that question right now. It is from Kanik. Hey, good to see you here again. I'm so happy to be here with you. Kanik is asking, when we try to change fear into faith, it needs lots of mental strength and concentration because sometimes we get back into old habits. You know what? You are absolutely 100% right on that. Absolutely true. And you may hear me talk about this, and it just sounds almost casual and easy. And of course, that's what I want to help you understand is just how casual and how simple it can be. But Kanik, you're right. Like, unless you're giving it your mental attention, or as you said, mental strength and concentration, you will go back to your old habits. He is absolutely 100% accurate on that. That is the reason why being in daily study is essential. Now, join our Club Achieve, clubachieve.com, where we're studying every single day. It's a group, it's a membership. And every morning, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., we get on and we study together. I lead the call. We study from a number of different books on success. And the idea behind that is to expand your awareness, to increase your concentration, to focus your energy on the good, to help you understand more about why you are the way you are and how to change your life. You see, one of the great lessons that I learned many years ago is that you could be reading all these books and watching the videos and going to seminars or listening to audios and doing all that great work, doing some visualization or whatever. But unless you understand and apply the materials, the application is really, really important. And the application of the strategies to reprogram your subconscious mind or the application of strategies to manifest whatever it is that you desire are simple understandings. They're simple strategies, but so few people are actually involved in doing them because they're so programmed, habitually programmed. And until you get to a point where you're no longer allowing yourself to go into that, like to go down that road of negativity, and you're just choosing to, the moment you feel that you're heading in that direction, you just snap yourself out of it and you put yourself back on track. And you may find that you need to snap yourself out of the negative like 118 times in the next hour. Could happen. Absolutely could happen. But here's what I know to be true is that when you develop the habits, and that's what's also in your destiny switch, is when you develop these habits of switching your emotions away from the negative over to the positive, what you're going to discover is that you're going to have less frequent occurrences of the negativity, and you'll become much better and faster at switching as well. But obviously, you're hearing it takes discipline. It absolutely takes discipline. And I know that, like in the 1990s, after I had been studying personal development at that point for a number of years, I really realized where the quantum leap began to occur for me in my life was after thank you, Annie, for putting the link there. The actual real changes in results began to occur when I was disciplining myself every single day. And I also created this process called the Power Life Script. And by writing out a description of my amazing life in the present tense, in the now, because that's all we have is right now, and becoming very emotionally involved in that outcome, in that life, living it and believing it, building the belief system, that's when everything changed. And it all changed for the better. It changed for the better, but it took a while. It took a real commitment. It took me deciding, making a decision that to be disciplined to certain activities. But understand this, doing the activities such as affirmations or writing in a gratitude statement or reviewing your goal card every day or writing in a journal or visualization or power life script, none of it has any value unless and until you emotionalize it. You must feel. You must feel and think the thoughts that are in harmony with what you desire. And when you do, this is when you're in perfect manifestation mode. This is where you've reprogrammed your subconscious mind for greater results, for greater success, and you are on the trajectory for amazing results. Happy Thursday to you. All right, so we are at the bottom of the hour. Are there any other questions before we wrap up? We typically go about 30 minutes. Sometimes we go a little bit longer if there are questions. And if you have a question right now, now is the time to ask. And we'll be back again, of course, next week. We'll let you know when we're going to be back. And check out, go to our website, peggymccall.com. Check out the Power Life Script. Check out Club Achieve. And, take a look around and see what we have there, because we've got a number of resources and programs that are absolutely perfect for helping you create more success in your life. But it's always a pleasure to be here, to be with you. I really appreciate you showing up. I know how valuable time is, and you're very welcome. And we at my company here, there's 4 of us that are on the call with you right now here together. There's Jen who's here, there's Roddy, there's Annie and myself. And we all come together with the same intention, and that is to uplift your life and to help you experience more of the greater good that you desire in your life. So you're very welcome. And Annie is there if you, we have a question here. Pejman says, I did quit doing my daily gratitude after 6 months as I wasn't emotionally involved. What should I do? Okay, great. Great question. Gratitude is one of the most powerful things that you can do. So what you can do is just put signs of gratitude around you. Remind yourself to be grateful. Make it a conscious effort to be grateful for. You don't have to necessarily even write it down. You could. I write my gratitude journal every day. It's actually beside my bed. But just choose to, find moments to be grateful right now. What can you be grateful for right now? Just create a habit of being grateful on a regular basis. and discipline yourself to be grateful on a regular basis. You see, all these activities, not about what you're doing, it's all about how you're feeling. Okay. It's all about how you are feeling. You want to be feeling gratitude and you want to be feeling it on a regular basis. All right. I thank you again. Thank you, Roddy. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Jen. I really appreciate you guys. And I look forward to seeing everyone again real soon. Make sure you register for therichexperience.com. Totally free event. We're doing it. It's coming up a week from Monday. And you can go to therichexperience.com. If you can't be on the call when we're doing it live, because we're going to do it at 12 noon Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern, if that time doesn't work for you, that's okay. We will be recording it. So sign up as well. Make sure you put your name in on the page, therichexperience.com. And we'll make sure that we keep in touch with you and that we send you the replay once the event has been delivered, if the timing doesn't work for you. But the best thing you can do is get registered and show up, be there. All right. All right. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you.